Han's time on the ice planet Hoth was fairly uneventful at first, leaving him with a lot of time to fix the Millennium Falcon and argue with Princess Leia. However, this would change during a routine scouting mission with Luke. Han had returned to Echo Base, but Luke had failed to return after investigating a crashed meteor. Worried about his friend, Han set out on his Tauntaun into the frozen waste to track him down. After a long search, he found Luke lying out in the snow, freezing to death. Thinking quickly, Han clumsily used Luke's lightsaber to cut open his dead Tauntaun and put the frozen Jedi inside to keep warm, whilst he then built a shelter to protect them both. After spending a dangerous, chilly night in the snow, Han and Luke were rescued by Rogue Squadron and brought back to Echo Base to recover. The trouble wasn't over, however. The rebels picked up a signal from an Imperial probe droid. Worried that the probe droid would tell the Empire where the rebels were hiding, Han went out to investigate. He and Chewie successfully destroyed the probe, but it was too late. Vader had found them. Been looking for ages, and I'm sorry I've had to wait for a little bit, but more figures have arrived in the shops. So we already have 2 new Lukes, and now we have 2 new Hans. This figure is a sort of in-between figure, as it does have a hood, but you can't put it over his head, so he'd be pretty chilly when he goes out to rescue Luke. The rest of his clothes do look pretty cozy, but I think his jacket is the wrong colour. He looks black, and I think the one in the film is a lighter blue. He has a rank patch on his jacket as well. It looks to be the right colour, but I don't know if it's the right patch for a Rebel Captain, and I can't pause my Empire Strikes Back video in the right place to check. The Rebels call Han Captain Solo in the Empire Strikes Back, but I don't know if that's because he's the captain in the rebellion, or just because he's the captain of a ship. I'm not sure. He comes with his own usual blaster again, plus a Rebel blaster rifle, which looks like the ones that some of the Rebel soldiers use when they're fighting the AT-ATs. But his hands are a little bit too awkward to hold them well, so they don't really sit straight. And again, he has a holster on his belt, but his holster doesn't hold a blaster again either. This last week I've been reading a book about what Rogue Squadron were up to after the Battle of Endor. It's called Rogue Squadron, and there's a spooky new baddie in it who runs the Empire now, and she has one blue eye and one red eye. She's quite creepy, but the book's good so far, and I'll let you know how it ends. Miss you, see you soon, love you lots, bye bye.